the time has come,
the walrus said.
In the year 20XX AD, a vicious army of robots is bent on destroying the world. And behind this destruction is... Proto-Man? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome finally to Megaman 5 on the NES, released in 1992 by Capcom. Let's just get this started. Now, it's been a while since I've done a classic Mega Man game. I did practice this a bit beforehand. I'm still not entirely familiar with all of this game's ins and outs. Regardless, I'm glad we're getting back into it. Now, if you guys remember, the last Mega Man game we did was Mega Man 4. That introduced the Charge Shot. This game makes the Charge Shot even stronger than it was last game. Let's start things off with, I honestly don't know a good path for this game. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to fight Mega Man, but he doesn't really know why. There's a star man, he's a robot boss. He's working for Proto Man, and that, frankly, is his loss. Oh, this is an anti-gravity stage, okay. How did I already forget how the stage worked? I literally just beat this like a month ago. Oh. It's true, you did do it, Jaina. Good job. So Jaina has this toy bug, and it's essentially her replacement for a cat ever bringing you like a dead bird or a dead rat. She always brings this toy bug to us and is like, look, I caught it. And it's just meowing like crazy. But yeah, like I said, the Charge Shot, as you can see, it is ridiculously strong. It has a larger reach, does more damage. It doesn't even take that long to charge up. And I'll get a bit more in depth with how this works in the game itself. But what about the story? What exactly is going on with Proto Man? Why is he betraying us? Well, we don't have any sort of clarification on that yet. We know he kidnapped Dr. Wily, and he's got these 8 robot masters, because of course he does. Other than that, the context for us having this Charger Mega Buster is because it was given to us by Dr. Cossack as thanks for rescuing his daughter in the last game. Would you look at that? We got a letter M up there. Let's go ahead and grab that. And if we go ahead and hit pause here where all our items will eventually be and where we have Rush Coil, we can see that we're starting to collect the letters for the words Mega Man 5. So we need to start doing that. Every single stage is going to each have a letter. Using this super powerful Charge Shot makes a lot of Mega Man 5's enemies a complete breeze. I mean, even the smaller Charge Shot is still pretty good, honestly. I honestly do really like anti-gravity stages in video games. Just the feeling of floating high into the air as you jump is really nice. And that's the thing in, like, Bubble Man stage in Mega Man 2 as well. It's the Star Man, he's gonna kill us, 'cause we don't get health after we play the level, yeah. I couldn't think of a rhyme that time. That rhymed. Looks like he's got a shield kind of power up. We can already tell what kind of weapon we're gonna get from him.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our mind.
Yeah, that was really easy. I might just speed that up for the footage so you get to see the whole thing. But we at least get his power up now. We got the Star Crash and the Super Arrow. Let's head back to the stage select. You may ask yourself, what exactly is the Super Arrow, and how does his weapon... Okay, we know how his weapon works. It's a shield, just like the Leaf Shield and the Skull Barrier. But the Silver Arrow... What's a good stage to use that? I honestly don't know. I think this was the boss we need to go to next in the order. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. We have Gravity Man next, and Gravity Man stage is kind of a highlight of this game. I'll get into why. But the Silver Arrow, essentially the way it works is that it reminds me of Item 2 from Mega Man 2, only instead of riding it, it's meant more to be a platform. It's kind of interesting, I like it. And yeah, Gravity Man stage, as you expect, we got gravity gimmicks. These arrows are pointing a certain direction, that's where the gravity will align. Although it only starts to affect you once you pass or touch the arrows. Oh man, sliding upside down. You gotta adjust to that because we gotta hit up on the D-pad instead of down. Nothing's changed about the slide in this game, it's still just the same control scheme and everything, which I really would like in one of these Mega Man games if the slide could be changed to like a right bumper or something, but we're still on the NES, so not that many button options, admittedly. You may ask yourself, why are we still on the NES? After all, they've been making Mega Man games on the NES for 4 entries now. The Super Nintendo has been out for a year. Well, first of all, Mega Man 4, I can go into the assumption they started production on that a bit before the Super Nintendo existed, maybe? At least I can be kind of forgiving with that. In this case, I would say, I guess it was just easier to do. Oh, there's the letter. How am I gonna go about getting this? Okay, very easily, that's how. Wow, I'm getting a lot of 1-ups. How about that? Oh, I suppose I could show off a bit of how the Star Crash shield works. It's another shield. I like how it doesn't shoot away like the Leaf Shield does, but it's not very durable. Which I think was also the case with the Skull Barrier and all the other shields, is that as soon as it hits something, it goes away. And so, I don't know, I just don't use it much. And that's the biggest issue with Mega Man 5, which I'll get into as we continue to get power-ups from each boss. Gravity Man's fight here is pretty interesting. He knocks us up and down on the roof. He actually has control over gravity, which makes me question why he doesn't just completely screw us over and put spikes on the ceiling here in this arena. He'll flip us as soon as we start to near him, as you can see. Ah! There we go. Another charge shot on him. Oh, missed that one. Oh! Yeah, contact with him, and most Robot Masters are like this. When you hit the Robot Master themselves, it hurts more than their actual attack. Which in Gravity Man's case, he's often the reason you get hit. So he's a pretty tough Robot Master. I think this is his weakness. Yes, it is. Okay, cool. But frankly, you have to be very close to him for it to hit him. And it runs out over time. Yeah, that's not ideal. He can also destroy it with his pellets. Yeah, let's just use the Mega Buster. And that is going to be a theme throughout this game, unfortunately. There we go. Managed to get Gravity Man on the second try. So if you couldn't tell, as I've been kind of hinting throughout this part, I don't know if it's been 2 parts by this point, the weapons in this game aren't great. You have an incredibly strong Mega Buster, and they're kind of running out of ideas for what to do with standard weapons, and especially on the NES's limitations. You know, eventually in games like Mega Man 11, there's all sorts of cool things you can do with the weapons, but in this game's case, it's like, still on the NES, like, still just have a shield, still have just the thing you shoot. And you know, that doesn't make this a bad game by any means. Using just the Mega Buster is fine. In fact, I'll say, it's better in that it's okay to start wherever you want to start, you know? Most of these bosses are fairly easy with just the Mega Buster alone, so this game is at least better at the start. If it does kind of fall off a bit towards the end, since it isn't really getting any more challenging or interesting. But who knows? We can see how it turns out. I also realized I made an H out of the robots here. Do get the letter on Gravity Man's stage, so now let's go to... Oh man, I don't remember what Gravity Man's good against, but you know what, it doesn't matter, because we can just Mega Buster everything. Let's go to Charge Man, why not?